What's up, guys? Welcome back to another live stream with Boogie. I'm your host, Boogie Reacts, and I'm just gonna be giving you a quick live stream. I'm not gonna be here so long. I decided I should come and do just a few reactions with you guys. Hoping you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are good. Wednesday, after halfway the week already. So you're coming just like video. I'm about to go in. So I hope you like the video. Let me get my so let me just make sure you guys can hear me. Let me make sure. All right, you can hear me, so let's just get into it, man. I'm not even gonna waste too much of your time. All right, let's get to Anton Daniels. I think they had a panel yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think so. All right. Just like the video, if you're just coming in right now, I really appreciate that.
On the flip side, you think that as long as a girl is legal, it doesn't really matter how old the person is with her.
Yes.
No matter what the age.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes.
So you go strictly by the law, not necessarily based off of like morals, compass, or whatever like that.
If she could cross the street, she can get hit. To be honest.
Yeah. Damn.
But it has to be. Listen, morality and legality is two separate things. Do I think it's moral? No. Hell no. Come on.
I'm like that. You should be able to.
But if it's legal, you can. That's all you can say is that. Oh, that's messed up. Meanwhile, the guy's happy as hell. When you buy a pet, you buy a puppy, or why do you think puppies are more expensive than full-grown dogs? They hard to get rid of. The puppies go fast at the kennel. They do.
They go fast at the kennel.
Yeah, they do. That's why they say come get the older dogs, because the older something gets, the less value it has. That's the truth. It's the same thing with women.
This is crazy.
What's your value?
Well, men is kind of different. It's true with them too, but it's kind of different.
The women don't like it.
Activated Jess.
I'm 60 years old. I can get a girl 20 years, 25 years old.
Wait for a moment.
Jess doesn't like it.
There you go. Get him, Jess.
It's not disrespectful, and to make girls seem weak, like they don't know what they're doing and this and that. I think women are strong. They know what they want. If they're in a relationship that's abusive and they're happy in that relationship, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I agree.
Telling you, leave it alone, man.
I agree with you. To an extent. Yeah, it's not moral, but I mean it's the law. What can you do?
Law.
If they go off and be like, forget you, I don't care what you're saying. I wouldn't prefer it. Don't get me wrong. But what can you do? I mean, what really can you do?
Wow. That's wild to me.
I mean, no, it's wild, bro. I'm not saying that, but it's two things can be true. It may not be immoral, but it's the law. Like
you waiting there till she get of age, like you sitting around.
Now
you waiting around till she get 18. That's some sick shit now.
Yeah, that's big. But listen, let's think off the top. Look, I'm a man myself again, and I'm of age, right? I'm of the age to where 18, 19, 20, that ain't even interesting. That's like already knowing a kid.
We
Like,
get that though, bro, but
That
we not talking about
that.
Hold on, let me talk. If you find that attractive, you're a weirdo.
Well, we some weirdos.
Bro, you changing the argument, bro. Bro, you and him been talking the whole time. Y'all been talking the whole time.
Gotta do one mic.
Let him get his shit off.
Yeah, back to them being weirdos. Go ahead, DePoe.
If you're attracted to an 18, 19, 20-year-old, you're a weirdo at 34, 40 years old. Okay? So again, and if you can take a girl who, I don't care what age she is by whatever at this point in time. We're talking about when he started her out. Because I didn't mac plenty of women out of everything. So listen, I understand how you could really get to the mind of a woman way easier and the heart of her way easier than a woman can get to a man. So I'm not gonna put us on the same playing field. Like, oh well, no, we're not on the same playing field.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I disagree. Also, there's plenty of men who get manipulated by women every single day. Like, you could literally have a woman, she could be a good woman for you for 20 years, and on the 21st year, she divorces you and wants to take everything from you, and you're like, oh my God, what happened? She was a good woman. Like, yeah, that's how good women can do it. Am I saying men don't manipulate women? Yeah, but for the most part, usually men are the ones who fall in love. The woman comes into a relationship, not that she's in love. No, she's there for a reason. Like the great CGS says, men are in love, women are in business. So I think it's like a 80% to 20%. 20% of men can manipulate women. 80% of women can manipulate all men, in my opinion.
Not nowadays.
Come on, man.
It's a lot of dudes.
You get game by a woman.
These young chicks out here finessing, dog. Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you what
You
your
get
all right. I'm actually.
Nah, I ain't getting finesse, bro. 10 years, bro.
Hold on.
What you talking about?
Let me read this a little bit.
What you talking about?
Oh, I'm following what you're saying, bro. I'm not thinking that you off, right? But I think that you talking about yourself, you're not talking about the overall majority of guys. You may not get pussy whipped and macked out of your socks and all of that shit. And
so many guys do.
I get that. But you can't say that for the majority of guys, I don't think. I don't think that most guys is in the space to where we see guys get set up every day based off of hoes.
But we're not talking about every guy. We're talking about Diddy in general. So Diddy,
I thought you were saying in general,
charismatic guy to where he could definitely manipulate the mind of a Cassie at 18 years old with the star power he got, with the everything that he has. He could easily do that. So I'm not talking about every other guy. We're talking about Diddy. I'm keeping it to Diddy. So
there is no way Diddy could manipulate Cassie when she was already dating another guy and cheated on him with Diddy. You feel me? Like, she was already in a relationship. She left that guy, I think Ryan Leslie or something like that, and then she went with Diddy. She saw the money. There were plenty of Diddy met Cassie when she was 18, 19. I can guarantee you there were plenty of 18, 19-year-old men, guys at the time, who were trying to get Cassie, and she rejected them. But as soon as a guy with money like Diddy came along, now she's manipulated. She knew, she saw the jets, she saw the money, she saw the shopping, she saw an opportunity to become a star.
So again, I can see a guy like Diddy, being who he is, easily grooming that girl and having her in a position to where now come on, man, your lady become who you are when in the same sense. So if he groomed her to be like him and she doing whatever is clever for the cheddar, then come on, we got to understand he still is the main reason. He's the main.
Let me tell you what your problem is, bro.
I got respectfully, he didn't groom anybody. Cassie benefited from the relationship with being with Diddy.
She did.
That's the truth.
There's a lot of women out there saying groom.
He didn't groom anybody. Cassie was a grown woman.
She was already dealing with an older man.
And she benefited from the fact that she was in a relationship with Diddy.
I mean, you speaking like,
and not only that though. Sorry, Not only that, Ryan Leslie was with Cassie before she even got with Diddy.
Fact.
So
Yep.
why are we not even talking about that?
Facts.
If Diddy was really the groomer,
So he groomed her too.
how was she with Ryan Leslie and nobody's talking about Ryan Leslie?
She was
but
already dating.
Diddy's the bad person.
Walk
I'm trying to understand it. And wait, and hold on real quick, because I got another question. And how is it that she was just so weak and didn't know what she was doing if she was with a whole nother grown man? And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ryan Leslie is a little bit older or around the age of Diddy. Yep. So how is it that she's just so weak and so gullible, but she was already with that man and already in a specific, type of crew or crowd of people, and then she bumps into Diddy, and then now all of a sudden she's a victim? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Ryan Leslie's 47. Hey, Pope, did you check IDs when you was in your 30s?
Ryan Leslie. No, I just knew who I was dealing with. I didn't have to do all of that. I mean, again,
okay.
I had to do all of that, man. I'm not gonna even put myself in places where it's that type of party. So again, man, this to me is like for us to act like we don't know that shit is weird. Period. All that because he is a celebrity. That shit is just weird. If your neighbor and he 47, 40. Or whatever, and he dating a little young 18, 19 year old, he's a weirdo, period. I'm gonna have to look at you side-eye, homie, because again, I got daughters that's that age, so I know. And plus myself, if I'm out and it's the little girl, she could be cute, but I'm not looking at her like, I know when she get
but
up.
you did look at her, said she was cute.
Crazy word.
I mean, I say side-eye.
And again, to beat her up the way he did, that tell me how he doing her behind closed doors is dirty. So God don't like ugly and calm as a bitch. Luckily, he only got 4.
I don't agree with Diddy, the way the video of him beating up Cassie, that was bad. But the whole time she stayed with him, she could have gone to the police, right? She could have gone to file a report, right? But then even before she met Diddy, people forget she was dating an older guy, Ryan Leslie, and she cheated on him with Diddy. Even the new husband she has, when she broke up with Diddy, she got the new boyfriend, who the trainer that actually Diddy paid for, who was the current husband. When they were dating and she had broken up with Diddy, she went back and cheated on him with Diddy, right? So, and you guys notice that the only time they say that a woman has been manipulated by a man, it's always the rich man because he used his money and power. It's never the broke guy. Obviously, we know that women are never going to give the broke guy a chance, but until we see so many examples of the broke guy manipulating a woman, a younger woman, until then, they cannot just focus on only the rich guy with money and power. So clearly there are some women are attracted to the money and power. Otherwise, they would give Boogie a chance.
No.
Side eye on them is one thing. You can keep your eye on it. It might look suspicious, but at the end of the day, it's legal. Ain't nothing you can really do besides keep your eye on it. I'm saying it's legal. It is what it is. I might not like it, but what can you do?
Can I just say something? I wish I could do an experiment and have girls walk by, older men, and not I'm talking about other age girls, and put a camera on them. You'll see a lot of weird. You think everybody that does that is weirdos? Every man that walk by, you think they was a weirdo.
As a woman, I'm gonna just let you know, the Pope, like, this is not nothing that's abnormal. Like, females literally look for older men when they're younger because they see how immature the guys are at their age.
Facts.
So you can side eye all you want, but these girls are actually intentionally like, no, I want to date somebody that's in college. No, I want to date somebody that's way older than me, that has a job, that has something going on for themselves. Women are actually doing that. So I don't understand why you think that women are just so weak-minded and they're literally
I agree. And
they're literally plotting in their mind. Come on now, Carmen. You are.
I agree.
Like we
to her point, we have all been in a high school setting, and I'm not even talking about celebrities. I'm talking about average men We have all been in high school.
Yeah, they reject the high
Looking
school
at the
kids.
other girls, sophomore, juniors, getting picked up by grown
Yep.
ass college kids and
In their
thinking that that's
cars,
cool.
getting
Lying
their
about their
money,
age.
And
all
they
of that.
That is
Yep.
cute.
Lying
It's
about
thinking
their
that
age.
is cool. And I'm over here getting picked up by a college man. Bye.
Yeah.
Yes. To
It
her
happens
point.
all the
And
time.
it's not
I'm,
because they're
um,
celebrities.
Yeah,
No.
women.
I'm not gonna
It
lie.
happens everywhere. It
I'm
happens
with
everywhere.
Pope.
Oh, I'm
with
sorry,
Pope on this one.
but I agree.
I'm with Pope on this one, and that shit is weird. It's always been weird to me. I don't give a fuck if it's legal or not, and I've been
Right.
saying this since the beginning of time. And I know that the majority of the people that's gonna disagree with me that's watching this.
Yeah, I
I just
disagree
don't
with you,
care.
Anton.
I've always thought it was weird. I think that two things could be true, right?
That's
and
true.
that I think that Pope is I think he's giving her too much credit, right? Because I think that Cassie is absolutely a finesser. I think that she's evil. I think that she finessed 30 million out of this situation. She benefited
Yep.
from it. I think
Demonic, man.
I think she was super abusive herself. And I think that she was an ugly person in the inside in and the out. And she a bad example for what women are supposed to be. And I think she knew what she was doing. At the same time, I don't give a fuck what a woman, how smart she is and how much she's trying to finesse. It take two. It take two
Yep.
people to do it at the same time. And I've always thought it was weird. I thought it was weird when niggas was picking up chicks at high school that was out of school, that was grown men coming to pick the shit up. I think it's weird when you got 30 and 40-year age gaps. Just because that shit is legal don't mean that I can participate in it. And I don't fuck with it. I've never understood it. That shit is borderline pedophile to me. You know what I'm saying? And so
This is where I disagree with Anton Daniels. Now, the high school is low key for me. I'm counting adult age 18. Until those young girls stop rejecting the boys who are 18 as well, who are the same age as them, and going for the older guys. Because you guys have been in high school or even college. Your college colleagues, the girls, will reject you to go for the guys who are already the working class. The girl you sit next to in class is going to reject you because she knows you're both in college. They say the young guys are immature and you don't have money. So they will reject you and go for the older guys. It's not until they hit 35, 40, and then you got your money up, and then you're going for the younger girls the same way they used to do, and then they're going to shame you as a man. So for me, this is why I disagree with Anton Daniels. It's like, let's keep the same energy. If the girls can make a choice to go for the older guys with money and reject guys their age, you cannot hold the guys accountable. If you're talking underage, I disagree. I'm not with that. We're talking adults. That's why I don't want to count high school. I used high school as an example. But we all know when girls turn 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, all the way to even 25, even 30, even some 35-year-old women don't want to date men who are 35 years old, calling them immature. They go for men who are 50. But the biggest reason why is because of the money. So until women can actually stop rejecting men their age for calling them immature, until that happens, as long as a woman is of adult age, men and women can date who they want.
These dudes is messing with these chicks that just crossed over the finish line and they can't even go to get a drink at the goddamn liquor store because they ain't even 20. That shit is weird to me, bro. I don't understand.
It might be weird, but it's not wrong.
And I don't know how we still justifying this shit in 2025 with all of the progress that we've overcorrected for, some of which is stupid as hell.
I
He's still
disagree.
on this young chick shit. I don't get that shit, bro. That junk is weird.
Didn't
to
even
me.
have a conversation with him.
My personal opinion.
do.
That's my personal opinion. It's
I've been
weird.
married 30 years, but I'm saying if I got a divorce, right? If I've been married 30
There
years,
you go.
and if I got a divorce, I'm not gonna get somebody the same age as, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get somebody younger because I deserve that.
So you're gonna be tricking, basically.
I mean, every
you
man, every
think
man
that because I'm old and she's young, I'm tricking. She might really be in love with me, and I might really be in love with her.
Come
Now,
on,
now,
OG.
Think of love.
What do you mean?
Listen.
go off, Jess.
My wife happens to be younger than me, a lot younger than me. But the
You've been
reason,
married for 30 years, OG.
yeah, but she's younger than me.
Don't self-incriminate.
How much younger?
Come on.
OG, you don't have to.
No
use your own-
wonder.
Let me remind y'all.
Got him.
Let me remind y'all for a second. Y'all do not have to use your own personal experiences.
I've used mine. I always do.
That's up to y'all, but I'm just
gonna attack
letting
you.
y'all know.
I always use my personal experience because that's the only way I could come to these type of thoughts. Is what happens with me.
I done
You know
seen
what I'm
Q and the ladies light up when somebody use their personal experiences. They start attacking.
No, it's
They
good for
start
content.
attacking. They start
No,
attacking
listen,
like
We
it's
started
great.
talking.
It's great for content.
Oh, I done
But
seen
at
it.
the same time, I just want to make sure that everybody, after they cut off the camera, that they okay with whatever it is.
Yes.
Listen. I'm gonna just tell you right now. All of this shit getting clipped up all day long. All right. So as long as y'all cool with it, I gave y'all the skinny beforehand. Whatever y'all do after this, that's on y'all.
I don't.
Anyway, this is one of those few times I've disagreed with Anton Daniels. For me, if the man is of adult age, the woman is of adult age, do whatever you want to do, right? So we cannot pick and choose. For example, if you're telling men not to go for younger women and that's their preference, then you have to tell women not to go for rich men because that's their preference too. The issue is what men want and what women want is different. But for some reason, for some crazy reasons, it's always the man's preferences that get, shamed and called insecure and, checked and called out, things like that. So for me, I don't like that. If we're going to play fair, let's play fair. So I know this is one of the few times you guys will see me disagreeing with Anton Daniels, but I strongly disagree. What's up, guys? What's up, Mrs. Plum? What's up, Meals? Meals just looks okay, but her forehead is as big as mine. So if she takes off the hat, you would think she's my sister. We have the same forehead. Anyway, man, shout out to Anton Daniels. Let me just go to the next video, man. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right, next, let's go to Lapif. Hi, Miss Mariam. Yo, so Meals, Q did I think a month or 2 months ago. I did send Q an Instagram message to get on the panel, but then when she responded, I saw it too late. You know what I mean? I saw it like an hour before the panel, so I couldn't get on, and that was the last time. But I did tell her that I'm available to get on the panel again. But I think they have so many, because you have to remember, Anton Daniels just hit 1 million subscribers. So they have so many people who are always looking to get on the panel, number one. And then number two, she also has to bring back the same people for most of the times, the same people. So the way you see Jess and the other two ladies, I think Kamaya, and there was another lady up there in the corner. So she tries to bring back the same people, so the same ladies, and then a few new people, but there's a waiting list. So I'll try again, but it will be tough, so I'll have to try again. Anyway, let's go to Lapif.
It's unfair. I do think we still should have gender roles. I know there are always going to be people that are going to go against the grain. And I think that's why maybe we're the most socially or culturally disrupted as people, because everybody wants to have their own individual way of doing things. And there's no real tradition for us anymore. As far as gender roles, I guess the discussion could be, are we speaking in terms of, are these gender roles biologically predisposed, or are they socially constructed? I think that's where a lot of the arguments are coming from. But if we're just speaking about, do I think that there are certain things that men should be doing and there are certain things that women should be doing traditionally? I think so. We can discuss exactly what those things are. They're always going to vary. But I think we really do need to have the discussion a little more specifically. I know a lot of you would say, like, maybe if we transform or we evolve what the roles are, because obviously times have changed, so things have to be adjusted. It's necessary to have that conversation. But to just abolish gender roles, I don't know if that's even beneficial, given the state that we are now. We're even having this conversation.
It's not working.
Is evident as to the confusion that we have, as well as the disagreements that we have on just what we would call simple things. They become super complicated. So again, I'm gonna land my plane, but I think we should have gender roles, and I think, again, the conversation should be based around more of them being transformative and evolutionary.
Can you tell me the specific gender role the man is supposed to do, and then what the woman's supposed to do?
You don't know?
So for me, it would be, like I say, taking the trash out, cutting the yard, anything that has to do with the plumbing. I would be handling that. Small maintenance that don't require like an actual contractor, for the most part, be handling that. When it comes to security, like making sure my family's safe, being a person to volunteer to go meet the threat in the night, I'll be handling that. I believe in making sure I take care of my family financially, but to my point earlier, some people might be in situations where the women can make more, so I don't think that should be a determinant. Like walking on the inside of the street, so she should be on the inside, pumping the gas.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do all those so-called traditional roles as a man, the woman gotta do her traditional roles.
Chivalry of the nastier job, I would expect the man to be handling that.
Any of the men really, on this panel or in this space discuss that we're looking for the gender roles to change? Like, has that been something that you guys have observed?
Can you guys explain the gender roles that you expect from women? That was the second part of her question.
You don't know? As a woman, you don't know the gender roles of a woman? But let me guess, you know what a real man should do. Ah, tricky you, huh? They know all the roles of a man. They can write a list, all the roles of a man, but they can't write the list for the roles of a woman. Interesting.
So again, for my house, so she does the person that's clean. She primarily is doing it, but I don't got no problem stepping in and helping doing that too. She kind of run the schedule for the house. Like, I don't like talking to people, so she just give me the information, and I'll be ships, the social, everything. My mama, my cousin, everybody talk to her, and then I get the message through her, because I really, like I say, I'll be like secluded kind of. Setting up the events for the kids. So if it's something that requires more than just payment, then I'll do it. But when it's something that like just scheduling and making a payment, all that stuff, she'll handle that. And then everything else we kind of split. So depending on who's available,
There's, no-
and you know, any of those things
there's nothing
on
wrong
her
with that.
end, if need be, I could assist with, but I wouldn't expect her to do too much of the stuff on the masculine side.
There's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, Mariam, I do agree. Most things can be 50-50 in a relationship, but in my opinion, eventually everyone settles into their role. Some things you're going to do 50-50, especially the money. Even the money, most men want to pay like 70-60%. I really believe it's very hard to find a situation where it's 50% split for the money. The man usually pays a little bit more, in my opinion, especially if the woman has to take care of the kids more.
So my only issue is in this way, I accept that men and women don't think alike. Like on topics like these, we do not think alike.
We shouldn't.
Men are very like black and white.
Yeah.
Either or. You got to have gender roles or you don't have gender roles.
Facts.
And I don't know, and I'm not talking about the men on this panel specifically. I'm just talking about like men in general. I don't know what glitches in their brain when women are like, this is 2025.
Okay.
Women do things differently than before. So as individual couples, we need to figure out what dynamic works for us, because that black and white, women cook and clean, men work and build stuff, it does not apply. And that's okay.
It's
like,
not okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what did happen. It matters what needs to happen for you and yours, for me and mine. Because if I'm going to work all day, if I'm working from 10 o'clock to like 7, 8 o'clock at night, you want me to come home and cook and clean? And you might be at home at 5 and you ain't did nothing. Like, come on. Like, we have to think, like, because that's my life. It might not be yours. Like, your woman might get home before you. And then that's okay. Like, y'all need to establish that dynamic. But for me, I'm getting home at like 8, 8:30. Bro, you want me to cook? It's unfair. And also, if guys, as you're single and you're going to work and coming home and you're cleaning and you're cooking your meals and you're taking care of all of your household labor, once you get a woman in your household, you like, that's it, that's all, I'm retired. Yeah. Why? And if you individually are tired of doing that, why would you put that off on that woman and expect for her to be like, I love this. This is nice. Because
you want to know why a man would put off doing all his house duties? Because when he was single, the same shit he was doing when he was single. The same reason why women are paying all their bills when they're single, but as soon as they get a man, they're like, now you gotta pay my bills. That's the same reason. Why is she acting like as if because this is 2025, the same things women wanted in 1906 are not the same things women want in 2025? Women back then wanted men to pay all the bills, and women in 2025, it's even worse. It's not that they want you to pay all the bills. No, they want you to pay all the bills. They want to do 3 trips a year. They want to buy Chanel and Gucci. They want to go to Chris Brown concert. They want to go to Chris Brown meet and greet. They want you to cook and clean. It's like women's standards have even gone way crazier compared to what men have been asking for. Men have been asking for the same shit year after year for 100, 1,000, 3,000 years. Women's standards have even gotten crazier. So just because we're in 2025 doesn't mean your standards as a woman have changed. Now, she mentioned that if she goes to work, a man shouldn't expect her to come back home and cook. I agree. Only if you are paying 50% of the bills. But if I'm paying all the bills, just because I got home before you and you're working and saving your money, you're going to cook me a meal. If not, I'm going to find somebody who will.
That's not fair. She's tired too. Like, she's got to clean for her oneself. Now she got to clean for your oneself, and her oneself, which is 2 people. And you clean for who? Nobody. You cook for who?
I
Nobody.
pay the bills.
That doesn't make sense in this day and age for some people. So we're not saying get rid of them. We are saying that you need to think in color. Y'all need to get out of the black and white, either or. This is where you need to listen to women, because we think differently than you in this situation. Like, we think in a broader
Fantasy.
spectrum than you all.
No, in
You all are
fantasy.
on one line. We here and there and everywhere else.
No. You think in fantasy and the things you see in movies and the celebrities, the way you see a celebrity buying his girl a Rolls Royce, and then you want Boogie to buy a Rolls Royce. And if Boogie doesn't buy a Rolls Royce, he's not a good man. You literally say a good man is not a good man if he doesn't make $100,000. Like, seriously, a good man is not a good man if he's not 6 feet tall. You all say that same shit every single day, right? A good man is not a good man if he doesn't have a house and doesn't pay a mortgage. You all say that shit every day. If you want men to stop being black and white the way we see things, and you want us to be, fluid and all over the place, you got to do the same thing with your standards. Until you stop claiming you only want a tall guy, until you stop claiming you want a $500 dinner date, until you stop thinking that a man who makes $60,000 is not good for you, until that happens, then men will also, try to be flexible with their standards.
So if it doesn't make sense, maybe you should just take some time and listen and understand what people are saying.
Yeah, I think it's worth a conversation, Bo. Now, I can appreciate your comedic approach to us being very binary or black and white, as you stated. But I think where it gets a little convoluted is that the introduction from man to woman is very much the same. So as a relationship can develop and it can evolve, right? I agree with you. I actually follow that same regimen myself. We can make our relationship function the way it works for us. It's not based on me being man and you being woman. This is the challenge. Everything men have always had to do, we still have to do. You use the example that if you man are cooking and cleaning and doing what you do before the woman, then why should that change when I arrive? Well, we're saying the same thing, because if we're meeting you in your state of being a grown person and you're cooking, cleaning, doing your laundry, paying your own bills, why now when I arrive, you all of a sudden get amnesia like you don't know what Edison is or Spectrum or all of these things? Same conversation. And that's the challenge, is that it is worth a conversation that current day we need to figure out moving forward, because we're not going back. There's no regression. How are men and women going to facilitate relationships that are more equitable to both parties? That's what is occurring. And it seems like we can't seem to find middle ground, because I believe the men on this panel, men that listen, we ain't got no problem being man. We do the man stuff, whether it's the gutters or the protection, paying the bills, we ain't got no problem. But the challenge is that we still are doing what we've always done. We see you across the room, you fine, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Because current day, as women are saying, things have changed. That's BS. I don't know no women that approach men. Men can barely get celebrated for their birthdays or anything like that.
Facts. She claimed because it's 2025, women have changed. It's 2025. The only thing that has changed about women is their standards are higher and they are not doing traditional things that they used to do. It's like, no, accept me the way I am, but you gotta be 6 feet and you gotta make 6 figures. So unfortunately, the gap is getting wider. We can have the conversation, so that could be a start to try and bridge the gap. But until women try to understand more of where men are coming from and why men are black and white, until then, men are just not going to give in. Some guys do it, but the majority won't, in my opinion, especially the average guy, because the average guy is the majority, right? Anyway, shout out to Love P for that. I kind of got heated because when Bo speaks, it's crazy. That's what I'm gonna say. Let's go to who should I play next? I wanted to play 8 at the table. Let's go to 8 at the table. How are you guys doing? All right. Mariam said most women who are working do not cook every day. They order out all the time. Food is a non-issue. Honestly, ordering out is expensive unless both of you guys make good money. But ordering out is expensive. So if you make good money, it becomes cheaper to order out because then you can focus more time in making more money. But if you don't make as much money, it might be cheaper to just cook. Maybe cook for the week, meal prep on the weekends. You know, in my opinion. Mrs. Plum says, I did the same when I worked. As a matter of fact, I had help. After I left work, I do more for my family and even our parents. Yeah, that makes sense. If you got more time, you definitely can help out, especially with the kids and everybody. All right, let's go.
50-50.
I believe that's a great question. I believe yes, I do believe in 50-50 if the circumstances warrant 50-50. If I'm rich and my girl not, then I don't believe in 50-50.
Well, then what do you require her to do? What does she need to bring to the table if she's not bringing the income?
The same exact things that she had to do when it was 50-50.
What are those things?
For me, what I might look at for a significant other may not be what somebody else is. So at this stage in my life, your financial never in my life, finances were never a requirement for me to make you my girl. You see what I'm saying? Like the intangible shit matters way more to me than the tangible.
I think that's most men.
When I was younger, I was looks driven. I'm not so much looks driven no more. When I was younger, I was money driven or clothes driven. I might not be that anymore. But even in my younger years, yeah, you had to be pretty and have a fat ass, but you also had to be kind. You also had to be smart. You also had to be funny. You also had to be compassionate and unselfish. Those were the main things. The pretty face, the fat ass, it was just icing on the cake. Or my
like what you did there.
But yeah, like those other things were always more important to me. Like a pretty girl to me was a dime a dozen in my youth.
So do you think that women that are not doing the marketing on social media, do you think they have a fair chance, like the women who are doing well on social media? And
they have a fair chance. I think that what you can meet the same nigga in Target that you meet on the gram. You can meet the same nigga in church that you meet on the gram. Women, if you walking outside, y'all get hit on every day, 100 times a day.
Not anymore.
And now your discernment plays a part in that. That nigga had an Acura. That nigga had a Camry, and you shitted on him.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? For the nigga that had the S-Class. Y'all didn't give them the same shot or the same opportunity to get to know you better, not you.
And
I'm saying, but those are your own mistakes. That nigga in Pathmark that had the gym clothes on, that was just coming from the gym, or he had some paint on his pants because he was coming from painting his own 3-family house. Y'all shitted on him for the nigga that had the fly shit that lived in an apartment. You get what I'm saying? He might have lived in a dope ass building in Edgewater, or he might have lived in this dope ass building. This dude over here had a 3-family in Newark. And in 8 years, that 3-family in Newark led to him having a real estate empire, and y'all shitted on him.
Wait, let's slow down. No, I'm saying because
they're cutting him off because he was cooking. He was holding them accountable. And the truth is, sometimes they don't even realize that until they're 40, 45, because these days they're pushing it. Before they used to realize, you know what, I need a good man at 30 years old. But now they're pushing it. They're saying 30 is the new 40, which means they gave themselves 10 more years to wake up from their fantasy. So until they're 40, 45, that's when they're like, oh, snap, the rich guy that I was looking for. And then they're going to text Bobby that they rejected because he was a plumber, and they don't want to be seen out with the plumber. But because the rich guys don't want them, they're like, you know what? Bobby the plumber used to like me. Let me call him. Hey, Bobby, it's been a while. How you doing? And Bobby's like, I'm good. I'm just here with my wife. It's too late. Bobby's married now. He found a woman who wanted a plumber.
Little mama, that's a nurse, or she getting shitted on too sometimes. So you got to make sure if she just because she ain't got no BBL don't mean she ain't got good coochie.
Nurses be fucking.
Not like that, but just because.
I think y'all put more stock into that.
No, I think men are giving all of the certain body girls and certain looks more of the attention, and that's why women are so insecure, and that's why women are feeling like they can't come.
You can't tell us what we looking for.
I want to argue too. Let's argue.
His point is great.
But why do so many women feel like they have to get their bodies done?
That's y'all, because that's on your feed and you consume it.
No, they're competing with women. I mean, so women are thinking that. Oh, you're right. Go ahead.
Right, and gave them the answer. Dog, if a man is telling you what they like, you can't tell them no, you wrong. Y'all like this. The magazines that y'all grew up watching and reading is putting that shit in y'all head. We didn't make Mademoiselle. Oh, the nigga might behind it might have, but Mademoiselle. What is it? Mary Claire. I don't know the women magazines that y'all grew up emulating.
A woman wants to date you. You just said a pretty face and a fat ass is gonna even seal the deal.
I didn't say that.
He said it's extra.
Well, I said it.
Bonus.
I said the total opposite. Look, an average man outside don't know a $40 shoe from a $4,000 shoe. It's some of us do. I said the average. The average man outside don't care if you got on Steve Madden's or Yves Saint Laurent. He don't. That shit that y'all be competing with on your own. A nigga gonna fuck you if you got a Michael Kors bag or if you got a Birkin. A nigga's gonna fuck you if you're in a Honda or if you're in a Bentley. Those are not things being put forth by men as requirements. That's y'all competing with each other.
Facts. But you know what happens is when she got the Steve Martin and she got a house and she got all these things, they tell men, look at me, look at everything I have. I have a degree, I have a good job, I have a house, just want me. And then the man is like, no, that's not what I want. Can you cook? No, but look at my degree. It's like, that's not what I want. Can you be kind? Do you know how to clean? No, we can hire a maid. It's like, okay, I might as well get the maid. They always want to force men to accept what they are. Imagine as a man, if a woman told me I want a man who's tall and I want, now some guys do it, or I want a man who has money, I would be down to be like, accept me. I don't have money. I'm broke. Just accept me. You see, that's how weird it sounds.
You being honest.
But I agree with I definitely do agree with
Rico,
him.
you
though.
said before, I see it all the time and I hear it all the time. Men are attracted to a woman that's
Can I tell you something?
But you're talking about somebody who I've lived a life where I got to experience a lot of wealthy
See,
things.
this is a thing.
So I can tell the difference. Yeah.
Look, niggas are fuck that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Why them girls not white? All of these girls that they look for on TV, take away Kim Kardashian, take away select few ones, none of them ever got a fucking ring.
Facts.
They who everybody trying to emulate and who everybody trying to be, none of them got a stable household.
Fact.
Household, pardon me. None of them got families with kids and a man, and they out in Dubai as a couple. These same chicks that everybody trying to be in Dubai by their motherfucking self with the sheiks get pissing on them for 25 grand. The sheiks is making them fuck their kids for 50 grand. You don't see none of those girls with a man and a house and they showing themselves on Christmas with the matching pajamas. Very, very few of those same girls that we all want to be have that lifestyle. So y'all trying to find and emulate some shit that ain't even successful. Men not making no girl get no BBL.
Ever.
A chick is making themselves get a BBL to compete with what they think niggas like because of clicks on social media. This girl got 77,000 likes on social media. This skinny chick over here with a decent body got 7 likes. She happier than a motherfucker.
But do you think they do it because of the things they want? Like, do you think women are doing it because they want to? You think the women are getting the BBLs and stuff because they think it comes with money and they just want things, or you think they're doing it because they want the men?
Yeah, but it's short term. Do those women with BBLs get men with money, the rappers and things like that, to clap them cheeks and then leave them? Yeah, but it's short term. Now, if a woman is smart, she can capitalize off of it, like the Kim Kardashians, and build an empire, and some OnlyFans girls and whoever, right? But she will get the money, but the long term, if she wants marriage and things like that, the chances are very low. Even look at Cardi B. She came out as a stripper. She went as a stripper to make money. She capitalized off of it. She got the money, but look at her love life. right? Still married but pregnant with a baby from another man who has multiple kids with multiple women. You see the cycle? Like, yeah, she got the money, but what does her family life look like? So it's a trade-off. It's a, you're gonna have to pick and choose. Either way, there are consequences to your choices.
That they insecurities are the biggest thing in the
She
world.
did say insecure.
The biggest thing in the world to me is driving factor is insecurity. Whatever it is, we all have. Mine might be different. Yours, we all got them.
Speak for yourself.
I'm
just joking.
Nice with it. But yeah, I think that those insecurities play on everybody in a different way. I know girls that are married that still go get their body done. Like, yo, you beat the game. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm doing it for me. All right. I know girls that
Maybe she thinks she'll get cheated on if she don't, or maybe she thinks he'll lust after something else.
Yeah, but that's an insecurity.
That's her own insecurity. If you married a nigga because you think he only settled down for you what you look like, you should have not married that nigga.
But nobody is going to be insecurity free. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody's yeah. But I just think, sometimes
if it's driving you to go under the knife. I know a girl that went to DR, got her body.
She died.
She almost died. She got 2 daughters. She had to stay in the DR for like 38 days, 40 days, because she couldn't get on a plane. Because when you're in high altitude, it opens up the stitches and you bleed and all that shit. She got 2 daughters. So what was more important? You getting your body done for some niggas, or you being a quality mother for your kids?
They don't.
You're right. I'm gonna cancel my appointment right now.
Y'all are blaming men on that.
That was a good joke. That got me. But they think about the short term. And you know what? I don't want to criticize them so much because obviously we're all human. We want that instant gratification. I've done it too. But when it comes to life and death, sometimes, man, especially as you get older, we need better. But obviously, chances are if a woman is getting a BBL, chances are she had no father in her life, at least not in the house. But anyway, shout out to 8 at the table. Let me do another video. Okay. Yeah, Mrs. Plum, I agree. Men are looking for different things. Women are offering different things. So there's a disconnect. All right, where did it start? I think it starts right here. Lady O was going off in this video. Just heads up. It was heated.
Honestly, I haven't spoke because I really just don't have the capacity to continue to defend my point anymore.
Oh, wait, no, I did this already. Never mind, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot I did this video. Oh, yeah, that's the video I got mad because she was playing victim. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, let's go.
And your duty. This is a good question. Let's go around
Hold
with
on.
this. I'll say it again. Let's start with you. Julie, is happiness more important than your duty?
That's a good question.
What?
Right. As a part.
No.
As
So we know duty. It's just your duties, period.
No.
We're speaking about
Happiness doesn't
relationships.
equal duty.
Speaking about relationships.
It doesn't always. No, it doesn't always equate.
Okay, so-
so no, it doesn't. What is he freaking?
So
asking
I'll say it
again?
again. Is happiness Is happiness more important to your Is happiness more important to your duties
No.
in a relationship?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
What about you?
No.
Okay. What about you?
You said it was my happiness.
Is your happiness more important than your
Your
duties?
duty as a wife in a relationship or a girlfriend in a relationship.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry,
no,
easy
I agree
question.
with you in a way, yes, but
Be honest. There's no-
Just answer
I'm being
yes or no.
honest. I'm nothing but honest. So when you be thinking I'm lying, that's crazy. But I just think that after so long, of me doing these duties and like just doing it and expecting to be happy and I'm not, then somewhere along the line I'm gonna think about my happiness because I'm no longer waking up happy go lucky.
Okay, so happiness is more important than
Yeah.
your duties. What about you?
Yes, because if I'm being honest,
You know what I mean?
if I'm not happy, I'm gonna continue to do my. This is the conversation we was all having earlier when Chloe
we
brought
know.
it up, right? But I never had to make my point because I disagreed with her. If I'm unhappy, I'm still gonna continue to do my duties, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay, that's good.
What about you?
I did that. Yeah. Like
No, I didn't finish
I
it,
put
okay.
my happiness, I put my duties over my happiness. So I would say yeah.
Yeah, what?
Mhm.
That your happiness is more important than your duties?
If I'm not happy, I can't
Okay.
do my duties.
Okay.
That was my
Is your
point.
happiness
That was my
contingent
point.
upon his
That's what
duties?
I said.
No.
Okay, let's go to her.
No, they're not. I don't. It would take a long period of time for me to stop doing what I am having to do as a woman for me to get to that point.
I'm not saying I'm gonna stop. I'm just saying I'm gonna be a whole lot happier with a smile on my face. Hell, he's gonna love it. I'm gonna love it here. But if I'm not happy, we're both gonna hate it here. But you're gonna get what you want. You're gonna get your plate of food, but you're just not gonna love it here.
Okay, so
What
like
if
I
he's
was
happy
saying,
though?
like I
That's
was
what
trying to
leads to
say,
cheating.
you're unhappy, but you're gonna still continue to do your duties,
Yeah.
like cook, clean, but there's no love in that.
That's the
Yeah,
Arab
there's
in
no
me.
love.
There's no love in that.
There's no love in it.
But
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
was trying to
still
say
do
earlier.
it to
So-
make you happy.
And the man's gonna know that. He's gonna feel
right.
that.
You're gonna know I'm doing
Listen,
it to make
ladies.
you happy.
She stops playing
I
with your
think that
ears.
you have it all backwards.
Damn, that's
You
crazy.
have it all backwards. And let me speak to you, young ladies, because you said something. There's no love if you're not happy.
Right. That's what
Let
I
me
said.
finish.
That's what I said.
Listen, let's unpack this.
That's what
Just
I said.
let's unwind this out. When I speak slow, I'm kind of trying to get y'all in engaged more, right? So, because it'd be chaotic sometimes. So, think about what you just said, and it's backwards, and it really doesn't make any sense. You say that there's no love if there isn't any happiness.
How's that?
Let me ask you a question. It's a rhetorical question. I'm going to answer it for you, ladies, right?
Okay.
How can you even measure what love is if there isn't any duty?
Good question.
Why?
Is it, listen, think about this. Are you capable? No human being is capable of measuring love without any duty, without any action. So
women do. I'm sorry, ladies. Mrs. Plum, Mariam in the chat, y'all measure love with feelings. And the problem with feelings is that they change day to day. Right? Today, Mrs. Mariam loves me. Tomorrow she doesn't. Why? I don't know. Maybe she had a bad dream. But as a man, whether I love Mrs. Mariam or I don't, I gotta pay the bills. For men, there's no such thing as I don't feel love anymore. Let me stop paying the bills. No, because otherwise we're both gonna get kicked out. And if we get kicked out, she can still put me on child support and I still gotta pay. If I don't do that, I'm gonna go to jail. So either way, as a man, there's no such thing as I'm not happy. Let me not do my duty as a man.
to say that there cannot be any love if there isn't any happiness, that's just a lie. There cannot be any love. Listen, there cannot be any love if there isn't any duty. That's the fact. That's the fact.
It's conditional.
No,
Love
but
for
listen,
your husband.
but listen what I'm saying. That's the fact. Action. In order to experience love, you must take action.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Happiness is a feeling, and not only that, happiness is fleeting. It comes and goes.
Mhm.
You're in an emotional state.
Right.
You can never sustain happiness forever.
Right.
Like,
Not all
no,
the
especially women. Y'all chicks wake up every day a different person. Right. Right? You wake up Kayla, you wake up
Mariah.
Jennifer, Nikki, like Myra, you wake up different people all the time. So
I think
let
it's
that
more
sink
so
in.
different emotions.
But when you're
rather
happy
than
and in
different
love,
people.
you just want to do. When you're
That's what-
happy and you're
okay.
in love, you just want to do.
No, can I say something? No, I
But-
agree.
but-
no, wait, because I
saying.
agree with him. I agree with him because at the end of the day, Just because you're unhappy
Right.
doesn't mean you don't not love your man.
Right. I agree with her. Thank you.
So what that means is if you're taking the love out of what your duty is, that's untrue. There's still love in there, because if there wasn't love, you wouldn't be doing your duty.
So
You're just doing
with
it
that-
unhappy.
So with
Right.
that being said,
So I understand.
if you're gonna stop your duties as a wife in the relationship
That means you're
because
not
you're not happy, that means you're not in
But
love.
we didn't say we were gonna stop it. We're
Yeah.
not
He's
gonna
saying the
have
reverse.
No,
No,
no.
he's saying the
That's
reverse.
right.
That means you're not in
Yeah.
love.
No, that means the man can also stop, right? Because sometimes the woman will stop giving the man sex, initiating sex, being lovey-dovey to the man, romancing the guy, being intimate with the man because she's not happy, right? That's what women most times say. The women who give men sexless marriages and relationships, they'll tell the man, I don't feel happy. I don't feel like it, right? But the man is still expected to do his duty. Maybe we should change it that if the man doesn't feel happy, he should stop paying the mortgage, stop buying food, stop protecting. No, don't come home because he's unhappy, right? I think that would be fair. What do you guys think?
If you stop your duties as a wife, that means you're not in
You're not in love
You don't
because
love
hold on.
That's
This thing about our parents, we get our parents upset sometimes, but they still what?
Do for
Love
us
us.
because they love
That's
us.
unconditional
Take care of
love.
us.
That's unconditional love. That's
And
for
if
your
you really love
children
your
and
man,
parents.
that's unconditional.
No.
Yes.
It's this.
No.
Yes.
Look,
You know why?
stop.
Marriage is a
Stop.
So when your man cheats on
Yo,
you,
real quick.
it's unconditional
I know,
love.
real
You
quick,
don't
ladies.
deal with
We're
it.
not cheating. No,
Ladies,
That's
that's
not the
different.
same.
We're
That's
not-
not the
Ladies,
same.
let
Listen.
Listen. Just land his plane.
Sorry.
Listen,
Somebody gotta talk.
If you stop doing your duties as a woman for your husband while you're unhappy, you're not in love. For example, it's the same. That love is the same as your parents. We get our parents upset all the time. We've done things that our parents don't approve of at all.
They still
But
wash
what?
our laundry, cook us food, they pay the rent, take care of us.
But I didn't say stop. I said you're doing it
Because, like,
unhappy.
look, because
That's what I said.
if I'm in a relationship with one of you guys and you guys did something that pissed me off, but I still come home and bring you your favorite food or
I'm
pay
paying the
the
rent.
bills or
That's what we're saying.
you
We're
know what
not
I'm saying?
stopping.
Yeah,
But
we're not
remember,
stopping.
I'm unhappy. So, so some of you saying is, if I'm unhappy, I'm going to stop doing my duties.
No. We didn't say that.
Okay,
We're not
so
saying
You're
that.
doing it
Not-
unhappy.
Now that they switched the tone of
Yeah.
what they were saying.
I don't know where we are right now.
No,
That
okay,
was-
so
No, no.
I feel like it was my
Yeah,
original comment.
yeah,
My
that's-
original comment was, I may be unhappy, but I'm going to continue to
To
do my
duties.
duties.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But there will be no love in it. And now that you
And
both
she said the
explained,
same thing too. I
no,
just
no.
didn't believe her.
But now that you both explain, right?
That's what it was.
Now that you both explain, I understand what you're saying
Yeah.
because I agreed. If you really love someone, you're going to continue to do your duties if you're unhappy.
Yeah.
Once that love is gone, the duty is gone. And I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
That's
agree
what
with that
we were
too.
saying. That's
Okay,
what we
so-
You know what this proves? This proves men love women more. If we're gonna be honest, because when a woman is unhappy, she stops cooking. When she's unhappy, no sex. When she's unhappy, no cleaning. When she's unhappy, she calls the man all sorts of things, right? But when a man is unhappy, he continues paying the bills. He does his duty. He has to. There's no whether he does it out of love or he's forced by the state or by the laws. As a man, he's still gonna have to do those things. So who really still has love for the other person? And usually we know for most cases, men are the ones who usually try to get their exes back, especially after marriages and divorces like that. If it's just a relationship, maybe not so, but after a long marriage, the man usually wants the wife back. He's like, I want to put my family back together, because usually it's the woman who walks away. So I think men have more love. I don't know if the ladies in the chat agree, but I think men have more love than women.
So, let me get
We
to the
have
super
get there,
chats
but we got there.
I
because
agree with
it's
what you're
it's
saying.
we going on 12:40. All right, so
Anyway, man, I'll have to finish the video some other time. I told you guys I was gonna be here just for a short time, because I have other engagements, but I want to show love to Miss Mariam for being here. And Coffee for Two, I've never seen you here before. You must be new to the show, so I wanted to show you some love. Thank you for being here and watching your boy, supporting the channel. Coffee for Two says women have selective memory when it comes to the Coffee for Two, that's funny. But you're right, they have selective memories when it comes to other roles. Actually, I don't know if the ladies can agree with me, but they say, actually, I'm not even going to say they say. it's been proven that you will give a woman everything today. Today's Wednesday, wherever you guys are watching from. You will give a woman everything she has been asking for today. And tomorrow, it doesn't count. Like if tomorrow you mess up, you do something she doesn't like, she will forget what you did for her yesterday. It doesn't count anymore. That's why they say if you give a woman something, pretend it's gone. You have to start again. Like whatever you do for a woman, you got to start from zero. So it's not like she's going to do something. You're like, oh, but I've been taking care of you. Oh, but I've been paying your rent. Oh, but I've been worshiping you. Oh, but I've been telling you I love you. Those things don't count anymore for women. The women could agree or disagree in the chat, but that's the truth. Whatever you did for her yesterday, whatever you did 5 years ago, she's never going to remember that. She only cares about what you didn't do today. So coffee for two, I agree. They completely forget. But still giving shout out some Miss Mariam, Mrs. Plum. Who else was in the chat? Okay. Meals was the first one in the chat. If you're still watching, shout out Meals for supporting the channel. Anyway, but I got to run. So Mariam says, I've never been materialistic as long as we had a home and food on the table, bills paid. Okay, that's good. Good woman in the chat, Miss Mariam. Says I've never been materialistic. Food, bills paid, I'm good. Okay, that's good. But I'll be back for a longer live stream either on Sunday. If not Sunday, Monday. I'll be here on Monday for sure, but I may be here on Sunday, depending how things go. All right. So shout out to you guys. Like the video as we head out. Thank you for supporting. This was a quick live stream, but I'll do a longer one soon. So till next time, I remain your host, Boogie. See ya.